Hi guys, in this video I want to share my experience traveling from Malaysia to the Philippines, the whole trip, and I was quite sleep deprived during that time because the flight was at 7:50 a.m. and it didn't help that I didn't go to sleep until quite late, and 7:50 a.m. So I thought, what would be my options to get to the airport from Kuala Lumpur? Because previously I only traveled on KL Express, and I forgot they have a bus to go to the Kuala Lumpur airport, and that bus, it's quite affordable actually. You only have to pay 15 ringgit for that, and you also can book online, and it operates in late hours. First I thought, I read it operates, first I asked the AI and it said it operates the entire night, but turns out they stop, I think, at midnight, at 12 a.m. they stop, and then they resume at 3:50. No, they resume at 3 a.m. So I don't know, are there no flights during that period, or maybe they just don't operate? You have to go by a taxi if you need to go from from 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. If your flight is like at 4 a.m. So I don't know what the option would be. So as I found out, 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. there are no buses, and there are no KL Express either. So yeah, but my flight was at 7 a.m. So I would have to get up at 7:50 a.m. My flight is at 7:50 a.m. So I would have to get up at usually I like to start going to the airport 4 hours prior to the flight if it's a big city and the airport is far away. So 7:50 minus 4 would be 3:50. I would have to leave my accommodation, whether that's an hotel or an Airbnb or some just rented apartment. But that time I wasn't sure. Yeah, but then I went to the bus station and I saw the schedule, and I booked the bus at 4 a.m. So not quite 4 hours, just 3 hours 50 minutes, but close enough. And I booked the bus at 4 a.m. So that would mean I would have to, and I was pretty close to the bus station. It was 10-minute walk, and you can even see the bus station from your apartment. It's KL Central, so it's the train station, but also a bus station there going to the airport. And previously I traveled to Malacca from that place. Not from that place. I'm lying. I'm lying. And the bus said, and the ticket said, you would have to come 1 hour before the departure. And I didn't want to miss that bus, so I had to come there before 3 a.m. I kind of thought to myself, maybe I can come later, it will still be okay, but then I just wanted to be sure I don't miss it. So at 3 a.m. I had to be there, and that would mean I would have to leave my apartment at maybe 2:30, and I'm getting quite less sleep from that fact alone. And then I lived in the 35th floor. So there are only 3 elevators. One is like the cargo elevator and 3 passenger elevators. Uh, so that sometimes some of them wouldn't be working, and sometimes there was a queue, but it was nighttime, so it's it, it's pretty okay, I think, to rely on them functioning on time. But also, I wasn't aware how would it be the checkout procedure, how long would it take, uh, and I needed to get my deposit back, so uh, maybe that would, yeah. So I wanted to get my deposit back, so all the room checks and everything, and the procedures. Uh, so, but it went okay really quickly, and I woke up at I set my alarm at 2:10, and I went to sleep actually at 1:30 a.m. I was doing everything, like preparing for the trip, getting my things packed, and yeah, planning what I will do, how I will go, to make sure everything goes smoothly. So I only had 40 minutes of sleep. That's not good. And I came to the bus station at, I think, 2:40, 20 minutes to 3, and I saw there's nothing, there's no procedures to make it wait 1 hour. Turns out you just come there, buy a ticket if it's available, and just get on the bus at that time. At least when I traveled at that night, there were no queue on anything, as you would probably expect in that late of a night. So I waited. I passed the bus. I saw the bus departing at 3 a.m. Then I saw the bus departing at 3:30, and then my bus at 4 a.m. I tried to talk to the staff there if I could use my ticket for 4 a.m. to sit on the bus at 3 a.m., which, because they didn't have any seats. I mean, because they had seats available, but I wasn't sure if they don't pick up anyone on the way. So I asked them, and they said, no, you cannot use it. So I had to wait till 4 a.m. And then at 4 a.m. the bus arrived, and I got on the bus and got some sleep, maybe like 20 minutes, and the bus arrived, maybe even a half an hour, but it was a light sleep, not a deep sleep or anything, which you would require to be refreshed, but at least something, so you wouldn't be like falling asleep every second. So I arrived, and the time would be like 7. The time would be 4:50, maybe something, 5 a.m. So I had 3 hours there, and there was an automatic check-in, which is smooth, worked smoothly for me. I just entered my booking number, which didn't look like a number at all, which looked like only letters. So I get a little bit confused, but I entered those letters and it worked. And then you had to put the baggage sticker on your bag, which takes some time to understand the instructions, because it's set up in a way that you can use it in either like wrap around some handle, or you can put it just on a flat surface, and it has two stickers that you connect there. So if you don't fly really often, you need to read those instructions and understand it. I think it took me like 15 minutes to understand it. I could have actually just asked the staff, but everyone probably asks the staff all the time. I could have probably asked the staff, but I was staying in a queue, so I thought like I would just ask them, and but I was staying in the queue, so I thought I would just read the instructions, and I figured it out, and I applied the sticker and I connected it, and put on my bag, but I just thought I screwed it up a little bit, so I went to one person. I asked the staff there if it's correct, and it turned out to be correct. And I actually asked another person right before the putting my baggage onto the whatever that moving thing that takes it to where they process the baggage. So I asked the person there, the staff there also, and yeah, it works. Everything works, and they had like procedures there at the airport, like the baggage check and then the immigration. You go through those. You stay in the queues there, and I was kind of worried that I'm running out of time because like I spent sometimes like wasting time. I also went to I saw a cafe, the same cafe that sold cheap rotis near my condo and near the train station, but I had to go first to I wasn't hungry at first, but after the registering I thought maybe I will go find it, but turns out it's pretty big of a terminal and I couldn't find it. I just wasted like half an hour, so I was getting worried that I wouldn't get there in time, or that they would just cut off boarding after a certain time, because also they showed the boarding has already started at 7:10, and my flight was departing at 7:50. Usually it's like some tickets say the boarding ends at certain time before the departure, but actually usually it's just a lot of time it just starts at the time of departure, but they somehow make it in time on the flight itself. They arrive on time to the arrival destination, so I don't know. And when I came there, the boarding already was going on, and there was no queue, and you just enter the airplane, and you just sit there on the plane. You don't have to sit in the departure like a cubicle. And after that, yeah, we departed, and the flight was smooth, and the seats were good for the leg space. There was an Air Asia flight, and then I arrived at Cebu, and I had to change the money from that I left from like renting some different places in Thailand, and I wanted to change it because I didn't want to carry like this extra cash. Then I tried to queue for the SIM card, and the SIM card, there was two companies. I think one is Smart and the second is Globe or something like that, and the Smart had a really big queue, and I thought like, why are they queuing here? Maybe it's just a better deal. And I saw the Globe. It looked okay. It looked a little bit more expensive, but I don't know why like everyone just was queuing for that Smart. Maybe the coverage is better with the Smart and the service. And yeah, so I thought like I will stay there and wait in that queue, but it turned out they accept only cash, and I didn't have enough cash change at the airport because I don't want to get like worse rate there, and so I went back to change some more cash to get the SIM card, and then I returned and I waited in the queue. You had to, when you buy the SIM card, you have to wait 15 minutes for the activation. Actually, for me, it took less time, like maybe 6 minutes or something. I was lucky in that regard. And then I would have to book a taxi, and the AI said it's 250 pesos to get from the airport to where I stay, and I thought maybe I will get a bus. Yeah, the AI also said there is a bus, It's called My Bus, and I thought maybe I'll save some money and go on a bus. And then I waited. The bus arrived, and there was only 3 people on that bus, and you can see that very, very good, very good. That would be a very good experience just sitting, because I'm tired and sleep deprived. But the bus drove a little bit within the airport, and then it stopped, and then there is another bus which is full. So I would have to stand on that bus. I mean, like, okay, not a big deal, I will just stand. Yeah, that bus departed from the airport, and it drove, and we arrived eventually to the, I think, Assam Cebu Mall, something like that, one of the big malls. And then I would have to take a taxi from that place to my accommodation, or I forgot that I could have just used Google route recommendations to get like the bus connection from there. I wouldn't have to buy a taxi, but my internet for some reason was not very reliable at that moment, so I thought maybe I'll just get a taxi, or you could also walk like 50 minutes. I don't know that. I don't know. I never walked that path from there to where I would stay, so I wasn't sure. I needed to like be sure that, because I'm tired, I need to like really get there as soon as possible, and my head starts hurting because of the sleep deprivation, and my head starts aching because I was sleep deprived. I didn't have coffee, I didn't have proper meal, so it wasn't working really well. So I just booked a taxi, and the internet was not good, so I just booked a taxi, and I arrived at the hotel, arrived at the condo, but I didn't put the exact address because the internet was not working. I couldn't check. I just put like the nearby place, and then the driver drove me there, and I just said where to stop. And then as I stepped down from the kind of like a sidewalk on the road, when I stepped down, my head starts like getting this pulses of ache, like this pulsating pain, because like I have this headache. So I had to do like everything very slowly, and then I got to the room, and it was smooth, and yeah, that's how I got from Malaysia to the Philippines, while being on sleep deprivation. And I hope you liked this story, and I'll see you next time.